Sometimes God saying no to you is the greatest fulfillment of your prayers. We often find ourselves banging our heads against a closed door, weeping in despair, not realizing that behind that very door lay our destruction. Listen to the story of Aryan, a story that might just be a mirror of your own life right now. The rain had finally stopped, but the dampness in the air only seemed to deepen the suffocating heaviness inside Aryan's heart. He sat on his knees before a massive cold marble door that remained firmly shut. In his trembling hands he clutched a crumpled piece of paper, now dissolving into pulp from the mixture of raindrops and his own hot tears. It was the letter of rejection, the very outcome he had feared for months, the one that had robbed him of sleep and peace. For years, Aryan had prayed for this one single opportunity. He had dedicated every ounce of his youth, his energy, and his passion to this one dream. He had spent cold, lonely nights on his prayer mat, pleading with a broken heart, "Oh Allah, just open this one path for me." But today, the answer was a clear, deafening no. Aryan gripped his messy hair in his fists, pressing his forehead against the cold earth, and let out a strangled sob. "I only asked for what I thought was best for me. I never intended harm to anyone. Then why did you take it away? Did my cries not reach your throne? Were my prayers too weak to move your mercy?" In that moment, Aryan felt as though God was angry with him, or perhaps not listening at all. He was trapped in the human narrow-mindedness of seeing only loss, completely unaware of the protection his Lord had woven around him. Days turned into weeks. Aryan had become a shadow of his former self, a living ghost sitting on the same old wooden bench by the lake. The golden light of the setting sun danced across the water's surface, turning the world into the hue of antique paper. He sat there in silence, throwing stones into the lake, as if trying to bury his disappointments in its dark depths. The elderly man, the one with the long white beard that shimmered like silver in the twilight, once again came and sat quietly beside him. He looked at Aryan's withered face and the dark circles under his eyes and spoke with profound gentleness. "Son, you are dying inside looking at that closed door, but you cannot see the fire that was waiting for you right behind it. You think your prayer was rejected, but in reality, your prayer was answered the very moment God moved you away from that path." Aryan looked up with tear-filled, confused eyes. "Sir, I don't understand. How can losing what you love be an answer to a prayer?" The old man smiled, a look of centuries of peace in his eyes. "A mother does not let her toddler play with a sharp knife, no matter how much the child cries, screams, or throws a tantrum. Is that mother cruel? No. She knows that what the child sees as a toy is actually something that could sever his veins. God's no is filled with that same motherly affection and divine wisdom. He stops you from reaching a place where your peace, your faith, or your very soul would have been destroyed." The old man pointed toward an ancient tree where a small bird was working tirelessly, gathering twigs to build its nest. "Imagine, Aryan, this bird spends days and nights building its home with immense effort. Suddenly, a violent gust of wind comes and destroys it completely. The bird looks at the sky and complains, 'Oh, my Creator, I worked so hard. Did you find only my home to destroy?' But that tiny creature does not know that at the roots of that very tree, a venomous serpent was hiding, waiting for the hatchlings. If the wind hadn't destroyed the nest, the snake would have ended the bird's entire lineage." The heavy stone on Aryan's heart began to melt. He started remembering the many turns in his life where he had faced a harsh no. He remembered the job he didn't get, the relationship that broke, the journey that was cut short. He realized that only after those no's did he find better alternatives that actually served him. The old man continued, "God does not give us what we want because our wants are often flawed. He gives us what is best because his giving is perfect. Time passed and Aryan learned the art of being content with God's decree. One day, quite unexpectedly, he found a path he had never even imagined in his wildest dreams. It was a path where he found the respect, the mental peace, and the success that would have been impossible behind that first closed door. One evening, as the lake was perfectly still and the birds were returning to their homes, Aryan stood at the edge of the water. His face was brighter than ever before, as if he had finally discovered the secret of knowing God. He raised his hands in prayer, but this time the tears in his eyes were not of complaint, but of deep remorse and overwhelming gratitude. He smiled at the sky and whispered, "O Allah, a million thanks to you for not accepting my first prayer. How foolish I was to ask for poison while you were leading me toward nectar. If you had given me what I wanted that day, I wouldn't be here now. I wouldn't be this close to you." Aryan now possessed more than just material success. He possessed the priceless wealth of Tawakkul, trust in God, the power that makes every worldly sorrow bearable. He understood that behind every no from God, there is a hidden yes that nourishes the soul. My dear friends, if a door has closed in your life today, if years of your hard work have gone down the drain, or if someone very dear has left you, I plead with you, do not break. Remember, God is protecting you from something that could have finished you from the inside. His no is not a sign of his anger, but a proof of his immense love. He is preparing you for something far better. Today, go into prostration and say with your broken heart, "O my Lord, I am as happy with the no you gave me as I am with the yes you bestow. Give me only that which is best for me in your sight." Remember, God never closes the doors that lead to your true happiness. He only locks the doors that lead to your ruin. Trust him, for he is your only true companion who will never leave you alone. Closing shot. Aryan sits peacefully by the lake. The sun is setting, casting a soft halo around him. His face is a portrait of pure contentment.